So hello guys, hello everyone. Today we have Ayush, right? One of the top performer, and I welcome you all to the Coding Blocks Junior, right? So Ayush आज हमारे साथ है, and he is the top performer for this week, and we will be asking Ayush about the app, and we will be also showcasing his app, right? So the app is very best, and if you are watching this, so take the inspiration from the app and see how creative you can be with the Mighty App Inventor, right? So Ayush, first let's take your introduction. बताओ अपने बारे में कुछ.
Yes, sir. I am a student of grade 9. My name is Ayush Gupta. I study in
Hmm.
Vanasthali Public School. I started coding with Coding Blocks Junior from the very beginning when Mohan Bhaiya started this program.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
yes, and when I came to know about the app development program, then I was very excited for that because using that we can make real Android apps
Yeah.
and when I basically made that help the blind app, from that point of time I realized that it means our apps can really solve some problems of society, and it is and app development is very useful, and it increases our potential also. It increases our critical thinking and all that logical thinking,
Yes.
etc.
So basically, guys, you see, basically, we make apps when you have a problem in front of you. So if you want to solve that problem, app development and programming is the key, right? Ayush is the key, right? And
Yes, sir.
Ayush has made a very good app. So Ayush, tell me your review about learning app development with Coding Blocks Junior. Are you liking it,
Yeah.
right? Are you learning
Yes, sir.
everything?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
The all the teachers and faculty are very good and very supportive also. Uh,
yes,
you worked very hard for teaching us, and I can really see changes while app development. It increases logical thinking, and it basically we can show our creativity to the world using Android app development.
yes. Basically, you
Yes.
can you can be as much as creative as you can, right? Because MIT App Inventor has so many components in it, right? It's up to you how you use them, right? And Ayush has done that. Basically, he has used all the components which I have taught him, right? And all of you guys. So he has used all सारे components लगभग आयुष ने use करे हैं, and the app is very good. हम उसको पहले showcase भी करेंगे, वे देखेंगे कि आयुष ने app कैसे बनाया है, basically करता क्या है ना. सो आयुष, आप अपना टाइम कैसे मैनेज करते हो, राइट? द स्कूल टाइम, है ना, एंड द टाइम विद कोडिंग. सो वो मैनेजमेंट कैसे चल रहा है?
Yes, sir. I usually used to code in at the night time. Means
हम्म.
around 7 to 10. Almost all my coding work I do in that slot of time. And before that, at 7 o'clock, I complete all my daily school work and all that academic work. And from that 7 to 10, that golden time, I used to do coding. And I means I would like to tell that uh, in while sleeping also I used to think about ideas of how to make more and improved apps. It
या,
really encourages
तो
to make
हमारे
more.
व्यूअर्स को एडवाइस कि वो टाइम मैनेजमेंट कैसे कर सकते हैं. मतलब अगर उनको कोडिंग भी करनी है और उनको स्कूल का भी वर्क देखना है, तो बेसिकली वो करना कितना आसान हो सकता है? एनी एडवाइस टू देम कि वो कैसे करें?
Yes, we can make a different and particular slot of time for coding. That is, we can call it coding time. In that, and we should try that if that time is at night time, then we should try that before that time we have to complete all our academic and school work. And if it is morning time or midday time, we have to just dedicate that slot of time for coding and coding only.
यस.
There is
सो
no
बेसिकली,
difficult thing.
okay, about your creativity, right? So I have seen that you have shown much of the creativity in the app. So were you able to make it in the first time, or how much time did you take to make this app? This complete app you have made, right? This is very cool thing. So how much time did you take it?
I made it on the so I don't made it part by part. I just made it. I sat for almost I think 2 or 2.5 hours, and I basically and at that point of time uh, I that decided what would be the UI of the app, and all the backend work I did in that period, and I shared it.
Yes. So that's why, guys, while I teach, I say that designing is the most important thing. In the first class itself, I have said, right, that designing and your idea is very important. So if you are
Yes.
making something innovative, right, you want to make something creative, first, develop an idea in your mind, right? After that, develop the design and then go to code and implement, right? That is the key in the block programming also, in the MIT App Inventor also, and in any real programming language also, right? So let's see what Ayush has made, right? So I will be sharing the screen and we will be seeing the app, right? So this is the app. Ayush, you are able to see, right? This is
Yes.
your app,
Yes.
right? So this
Yes.
is the app which Ayush has made, basically, right? So if you see, Ayush has used all the components, only those components which we have studied right now, and with those components only, he was able to make a very good app, right? So he has used text to speech also. There is an accelerometer sensor. Ayush, do you want to give some pointers on your app,
Yes,
like
sir.
anything you
At
want
the
to tell?
very Yes, at the very beginning, I decided that I should make such an app that it should be it the all total part of the app can be used by a blind person.
Yeah,
In that way, I designed, like, I made very big buttons. If almost all the screens, I decided to just give only one or two button. And also, by, like, in phones we have voice to that voice guide that will guide you around the app,
yeah.
so I also inserted it.
So basically, if you see that the design is made on the perspective for the people who are visually impaired, right, or blind,
Yes.
right? So basically, you can see that the text is bold and the buttons, there are not many buttons on the screens. It's a multi-screen app, 8 screens you can see. That's very good. So you can see that these are the two buttons for the language selection, and the buttons are not very small, right? So it is an ideal app for the visually impaired if they want to see, and also for other people also, right? So basically it's an
Yes.
ideal app. On the screen 3, you can see that the screen 3 is about in totally in Hindi, so he has given a much preference to Hindi, right, Ayush? So
Yes.
it is
Both.
very good, right? And then we have English also, and this is about Ayush. What do you want to tell about this screen? Anything? You have used text
Yes.
to proximity
Yes.
sensor. Proximity,
Proximity sensor, I used it here.
yeah, proximity sensor, which we have already studied in the session, right? So this is
Yes.
very good. And then we have screen number 5. So this is the pedometer step counter, you can say, the distance
Yes.
and the steps, right? So it is in
Yes.
Hindi
Right.
only, right? So it has play,
Yes.
pause, everything, है
And all.
and the
Yes.
design is also looking very cool, right?
Yes.
And then we have this
That
for English
English.
part, right? If someone selects the
Yes.
English, then he will be taken to this screen, right? All those
Yes.
screens can be skipped, right? So this is what he has made, and it is pretty good, right? So
Yes.
at the end, there is a very good message, right? Be the eyes of blind or visually impaired people, right? It is a very good message, and this app has a potential to be the eyes for the blind, right? And this is the pedometer component for the English part, right? So basically, it is very good idea that Hindi and English both are included first. Second, he has included many things like for the blind people and the message and many things, right? So basically, all over for the UI part and everything, 10 on 10. So Ayush, you have made a very good job, right?
Thank
So it is,
thank
it is a very good, and you have think a lot for this app, right?
Yes.
So
Right.
this was the app which he has made, and this is the app I have selected as one of the top apps, right? So this project is very good, right? So Ayush, I hope you have learned a lot and you will be keep learning, right?
Yes. Yes.
So and we will be learning a lot things, right? So guys, you
Yes.
also take the inspiration from him and try to make this type of projects with your full creativity. First, think of the idea, then second is your own design, and then try to use the components you have learned, right? I only suggest use those which you have learned. You can also explore much, but I'm sure that if you will use them only with the correct things, you will be making the nice projects. So anything you want to share, say Ayush?
Yes,
Anything you want?
sir. Yes, yes. So basically, I divided that all that app development into three parts. Basically, first I used to, and every in every app I used to first design its UI on pen and paper, and when it was completed, and also for the backend I used to think that how things will work and how will I code. Then I did all that front end work in designer. I used to add all the components, and if there's a clock, then I used to specify all the timer,
Yes,
etc. When I came to the coding part, initially I decided some plan for that, and I just implemented it, and the app was made.
that's why I say that in the first class itself, if you remember, Ayush, I have told that there are four pillars, right? First is the idea, second is the design, then is the code, and then is the testing, right? So, guys, use these four pillars wisely, and you can make a very good app with that, right? So, Ayush, that's it. And happy to share to you guys, and Ayush to you also, right?
Same to you.
And I hope you keep on learning and making these type of apps, cool things, right? And innovate these things. Okay. So, Ayush, so
Thank
that's
you, sir.
all. Bye,
Thank you,
Ayush.
sir. Bye, sir.